What if the most powerful muscle builder after 70 has been sitting on your plate all along, quiet, simple, and overlooked? It's not a trendy powder or a pricey pill, but real food with natural compounds that nudge your body to grow stronger and protect your memory. Stay with me, because the number one pick can even stand in for eggs and in some ways outshine them. I am Dr. Nana. There's a little known truth in nutrition that many people over 70 simply haven't heard. Certain vegetable proteins can spark muscle growth, boost strength, and support memory as we age. This isn't hype, and it isn't about fashionable supplements. It's authentic nourishment, everyday foods with distinctive compounds that can reawaken your body's built-in ability to build and maintain muscle, even when aging seems to slow progress. The most surprising part: these foods aren't exotic or rare. They're probably on your dinner table right now, waiting to be recognized for the quiet power they hold. In this video, we're going to reveal the vegetable proteins that help you stay strong, independent, and energized well past 70. Don't miss this moment. The top food on this list is so potent it can fully substitute for eggs, and in many ways, it can surpass them. If you click away now, you could miss the key to keeping your muscles active and resilient for years to come. I value your time, so let's jump right in. Number 9. Okra may not grab your attention at first glance, but inside those unassuming green pods is a remarkable ally for muscle health. A cup of cooked okra offers about 2 grams of protein, modest on paper, but okra's real value goes far beyond the number. Why? Because protein only helps you if your body can absorb and use it well. This is where okra shines. Its soluble fiber and that famous gel-like mucilage create a gentle, soothing layer in the digestive tract. Think of it as a soft cushion. It calms the gut, supports the intestinal lining, and helps you pull more nutrition from every bite you take. Better absorption means you get more out of all your proteins: beans, fish, dairy, or today's veggie choices. Ever notice how some meals leave you feeling heavy, while others power you through the afternoon? Okra helps tip the balance towards steady, usable energy for your muscles. There's more. Okra is rich in antioxidants, flavonoids, and polyphenols that quietly fight inflammation and oxidative stress, the two unseen forces that chip away at muscle tissue and drain your stamina. Each serving also brings magnesium and potassium, minerals that work in harmony so your muscles contract smoothly, ward off sudden cramps, and keep your energy more stable. If heavy, sluggish legs or those sharp nighttime cramps have been bothering you, okra might be the simple, comforting support you've been looking for. I often call okra a support food. It may not top the charts for protein grams, but it helps your body use the protein you do eat more efficiently. It's gentle on the stomach yet powerful in effect. And cooking it is easy. Simmer with tomatoes and garlic for a timeless classic, steam until tender, or stir into soups where it blends into a silky, nourishing base. Not a fan of the texture? Slice it thin and roast until the edges turn crisp. That light crunch makes a wonderful starting point. Across countless traditional kitchens, okra isn't just food, it's comfort. Grandmothers serve it in broths to settle uneasy stomachs, or mix it into rice to make meals heartier and more satisfying. For older adults worried about nighttime cramps or daytime fatigue, okra offers more than nutrients. It offers confidence to keep your independence, to move more freely, and feel steady on your feet. If stronger muscles are your goal, don't focus on protein grams alone. Choose foods that improve absorption and reduce hidden wear and tear. On that front, okra stands tall. Number 8. Asparagus. A cup of cooked asparagus gives you roughly 2 to 3 grams of protein, not a huge amount. But the real treasure is something even more important: choline. Choline acts like a messenger, carrying signals from your brain to your muscles, so movements feel smooth, steady, and coordinated. When choline dips, those messages can falter, steps may wobble, hands may tremble, and reactions feel a beat behind. Adding asparagus to your meals helps keep that conversation crisp and clear. And choline is just the beginning. Asparagus brings folate and vitamin E, a dynamic duo for healthy circulation and cellular repair. Better blood flow means your muscles receive what they need more efficiently. Steady repair helps them bounce back from everyday strain. Picture a calm, well-lit roadway instead of a flickering street at night. Signals travel cleanly, and your muscles respond the way you want them to. Asparagus is also versatile and quick to prepare. Steam until bright and tender, roast for caramelized tips, or slice into a warm grain bowl for a fresh, green lift. That simple spear can help your body feel more connected: brain to muscle, intention to action. We've just begun unlocking how everyday vegetable proteins and the nutrients that ride with them can help you stay strong, energized, and independent after 70. On the next page, we'll continue the list and reveal another quiet powerhouse you might already have in your kitchen. Before we move on, a quick thread to tie us back. We just saw how asparagus keeps the brain-to-muscle conversation crisp and steady. Now let's look closer at what that means for your day, your energy, and your confidence. Enhanced circulation doesn't just sound good on paper, it shows up in the way you move. When blood flow is smooth and efficient, your muscles receive a steady stream of oxygen and nutrients, the raw materials they need to fire, contract, and recover. That means walking down the hall without feeling winded, taking the stairs without bracing for that burn, and standing at the sink or counter without that heavy, sinking feeling in your legs. And when evening comes, those same nutrients keep working for you, quietly repairing, refreshing, and rebuilding so your body can recover instead of slipping into exhaustion. Think of it like charging a battery overnight. When circulation helps deliver the juice, you wake up steadier, ready to go, and less likely to fade before lunch. There's another understated but meaningful benefit here. Asparagus has gentle, natural diuretic properties. In practical terms, that means it helps your body let go of extra water while still respecting the minerals you need to keep your system balanced. If you've ever dealt with swelling around the ankles, puffy calves after a long day on your feet, or that dragging heaviness that seems to gather in your lower legs, this small detail can feel like a subtle reset. It's not about dropping water for the sake of the scale. It's about easing fluid burden so your legs feel lighter and your steps feel more secure. And because asparagus supports fluid balance without stripping essential minerals, you're not left chasing cramps or fatigue later. Here's a little known fact that surprises a lot of people. Asparagus is a powerhouse source of glutathione. Often called the body's master antioxidant, glutathione acts like a personal shield for your cells, especially the muscle fibers that carry you through your day. Daily life brings wear and tear. Time adds its own steady pressure. Glutathione helps guard against that grind, protecting muscle tissue from oxidative stress and the slow, background inflammation that can chip away at your stamina. With more protection, your muscles stay resilient long after the afternoon slump, and the nagging fatigue that usually lingers at day's end begins to loosen its grip. Preparing asparagus is simple, quick, and flexible enough to fit into your week without fuss. Steam it until it's tender, crisp, and bright. That snap you feel at the bite is a sign you've kept it just right. Roast it with a light drizzle of olive oil until the tips caramelize and the edges turn beautifully golden. Or fold it into a morning omelet so your day begins with something green, fresh, and supportive. However you enjoy it, asparagus works quietly in the background, improving balance, smoothing your movements, and lending confidence to every step you take. When your body feels coordinated from the inside out, even small moments getting up from a chair, turning to reach a cabinet become lighter and more effortless. Number 7. Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts may be tiny, but each little green gem carries more power than its size suggests. 1 cup once cooked brings you around 4 grams of protein. That number alone is nice, but it barely scratches the surface. The true value of Brussels sprouts lies in the way they protect and reinforce the structure your muscles and joints rely on every day. A key player here is vitamin C. Your body uses vitamin C to build collagen, the strong, flexible framework that undergirds your muscle fibers, ligaments, and tendons. When collagen production lags, movements can feel stiff, recovery slows, and your body can seem older than it really is. A twist, a reach, or a long walk asks a lot more of you than it should. By bringing Brussels sprouts to the table, you're feeding that framework. You're supporting the connective tissue that lets muscles glide, joints bend, and steps feel springy instead of stuck. Over time, that means you can bend to tie your shoes, rise from a low chair, or carry groceries in from the car with less resistance from your own body. Brussels sprouts also feature a special family of plant compounds known as glucosinolates. Think of them as patient, quiet guardians. Day after day, they help soothe the low-grade inflammation that can quietly erode muscle tissue and strain the joints that stabilize your stride. It's not a flash or a jolt. It's a steady, calming influence, a turning down of background heat so your body can move without that persistent, internal friction. The result is an environment that favors stronger muscles and smoother motion. When you're not battling that hidden blaze, your steps feel more fluid and the effort of getting through your day feels lighter. Next up is vitamin K, often remembered only for its role in blood clotting, but its reach goes further. Vitamin K contributes to bone density, helping keep the scaffolding beneath your muscles solid and dependable. It also plays a part in the communication between nerves and muscles, the split-second signaling that helps you correct a wobble before it becomes a stumble. In real-world terms, that adds up to steadier steps, better balance, and fewer close calls. For anyone who values independence and wants to keep it, those are not small wins. Brussels sprouts deserve a place on your plate in every season, not just as a once-a-year holiday cameo. Roast them until the edges are crisp and golden, then finish with olive oil and a touch of garlic so the inside stay tender and the outside has that irresistible bite. Or pair them with walnuts and cranberries for a dish that's both deeply satisfying and quietly protective. Small as they are, their impact on strength, balance, and joint comfort can be surprisingly large, like a compact, reliable tool you reach for again and again because it simply works. Notice the theme? We're not chasing hype. We're choosing foods that help your body do what it's designed to do: communicate clearly, repair steadily, and move with purpose. Brussels sprouts fit seamlessly into that plan, a modest protein contribution, a major assist to connective tissue, and a nudge toward calmer, more cooperative joints and steadier bones. Number 6. Broccoli. At first glance, broccoli might look like just another vegetable sharing space on your plate, but tucked into those vivid green florets is a steady guardian of your day-to-day vitality. A 100-gram serving of cooked broccoli brings roughly 2.5 to 3 grams of protein, modest when you line it up against other foods. And yet, what makes broccoli stand out isn't the protein tally, it's what it supports behind the scenes. Broccoli helps safeguard the systems that allow your muscles to perform the way you want them to: cooperatively, reliably, and on cue. If you think back to the story we've been telling about blood flow that delivers fuel, signals that move cleanly from brain to muscle, and tissues that hold firm without fighting you, broccoli sits right in the middle of that picture. It's not loud. It doesn't need to be. Its value is in the way it backs up the essentials so your body can convert intention into action: stand, turn, reach, lift, walk, and keep going. Picture a well-kept workshop where every tool is in its place and every light is working. Nothing flashy, but everything you need shows up when you need it. So where do we go from here? We've explored how asparagus sets the stage for clear communication and balanced movement, how Brussels sprouts reinforce the body's framework and calm that background wear and tear, and how broccoli quietly protects the systems that keep your muscles working smoothly. On the next page, we'll continue unfolding this list, digging into why broccoli's steady support matters over the long haul and what comes next on our journey through everyday foods that keep you strong, independent, and energized. Stay with me, I'm Dr. Nana, and let's keep building, one smart bite at a time. Before we dive deeper, a quick thread back to the last page. We began uncovering how broccoli quietly supports smooth, reliable muscle function. Now let's see what's at the core of that strength, and then meet two leafy powerhouses that keep the momentum going. At the heart of broccoli's benefits is sulforaphane, a natural compound that's been studied for years. Think of sulforaphane as a layer of protective armor. It helps dial down chronic inflammation, the hidden, slow-burning process that can erode muscle tissue over time and accelerate weakness as we age. With that background heat lowered, muscles are better able to resist daily wear, maintain flexibility, and bounce back after activity. Picture finishing a walk or a light workout and feeling springy instead of spent. That's the kind of resilience we're talking about when inflammation is kept in check. Broccoli also delivers an impressive blend of essential nutrients that anchor this protection. Vitamin C plays a starring role in building collagen, the strong, flexible framework that reinforces muscles, ligaments, and tendons. When collagen is supported, tissues glide more easily, movements feel less creaky and more fluid. Alongside vitamin C, folate and vitamin K help in ways you can feel. They support bone strength and sharpen the communication between nerves and muscles, so signals travel quickly and cleanly. The real-world translation? Better posture, steadier steps, and fewer off-balance moments that make you reach for a wall or a chair. Fiber deserves a spotlight here too. The fiber in broccoli helps stabilize blood sugar, smoothing out energy highs and lows, so you don't fizzle halfway through the day. It also nourishes the beneficial bacteria in your gut. A thriving gut doesn't just make digestion more comfortable, it upgrades nutrient absorption, making the protein you eat from any source work harder for you. Protein only helps when your body can absorb and use it efficiently, and broccoli sets the stage for that to happen. This is why I often emphasize to older adults that stronger muscles don't come from protein alone. Yes, protein matters. But the internal environment, how well you absorb nutrients, how calm inflammation is, how smoothly your systems communicate matters just as much. Broccoli supports that environment from multiple angles. It protects, it repairs, and it helps your digestion cooperate. Best of all, it's easy to enjoy. Steam broccoli until it turns a vivid green and still has a pleasant bite. Roast it until the edges are lightly crisp and caramelized. Stir fry with garlic and a touch of olive oil for a quick weeknight side. Blend it into a warm, comforting soup when you want something gentle and nourishing. Even a few servings each week can nudge your body toward less inflammation, better nutrient absorption, and a more muscle-friendly rhythm, an advantage that grows more meaningful with each passing year. Number 5. Kale is often called a superfood, and in this case, the title is well earned. This vibrant leafy green doesn't just add vitamins to your plate, it actively helps safeguard muscles, bones, and overall strength. A single raw cup of kale contains roughly 4 grams of protein. While that number might not turn heads, the real power of kale lies in its dense network of protective nutrients. Take vitamin K, for instance. It helps direct calcium to the places that need it most, your bones and your muscles, so they stay strong and coordinated. When vitamin K is low, calcium can drift where it doesn't belong, contributing to stiffness and balance troubles that make moving through a normal day feel harder than it should. Keeping vitamin K steady helps the foundation of movement, bones, and muscle coordination work in sync. Vitamin C in kale brings its own crucial support: collagen production. Collagen is the structural scaffolding that gives muscles, ligaments, and tendons both strength and flexibility. With sufficient collagen, your body bends, stretches, and twists with less risk of strain. Reaching into a low cabinet, stepping off a curb, or lifting a bag of groceries becomes smoother, less like pushing through resistance and more like moving the way you're meant to. Kale's profile gets even stronger with alpha-lipoic acid, a potent antioxidant found in only a handful of vegetables. Over the years, free radicals chip away at muscle cells, leaving you more fatigued and less steady than you remember. Alpha-lipoic acid helps counter that wear and tear, supporting consistent strength and a cleaner kind of energy, the kind that lasts through the afternoon without weighing you down. Then there's the mineral trio: magnesium, calcium, and potassium. Together, they coordinate nerve signals and muscle contractions, which helps reduce cramps, settle that dragging heaviness in the legs, and keep your stride more stable. If you've ever felt your calves threaten to seize mid-walk or your thighs tighten halfway up a staircase, you know how valuable that calm, coordinated contraction can be. Some folks hesitate with kale because of its hearty texture and mild bitterness. But a few simple techniques can turn it into something surprisingly tender and pleasing. Gently massage the leaves with a little olive oil to soften their edges. This small step changes the whole experience. Lightly steam or saute for a quick side that retains color and bite. Blend kale into smoothies with banana for natural sweetness or a splash of lemon for brightness. And don't forget soups and casseroles. Kale slips into them easily, adding body and nutrition without stealing the spotlight. With the right preparation, kale becomes more than a token healthy add-on. It becomes a food you'll actually look forward to. Kale is not just another green on the plate. It's a steady partner for your muscles and bones, helping you move with ease and confidence as time passes. That support naturally brings us to the next leafy li, one that's gentle on digestion, generous with minerals, and subtly helpful in getting more out of every protein you eat. Number 4. Spinach. In 100 grams of cooked spinach, you'll find approximately 3 to 5 grams of protein. That may not sound like much, but spinach's real advantage is how it helps your body make better use of protein from the rest of your meals. Spinach works quietly, behind the scenes, to make the nutrition you're already eating more effective. A major reason is magnesium. Consider magnesium your muscles on-off switch. It helps fibers contract when you need power and relax when it's time to recover. When magnesium runs low, muscles can cramp unexpectedly, fatigue sets into quickly, and recovery stretches longer than it should. Bring spinach into your rotation and you often feel a smoother rhythm, fewer sudden cramps, less of that heavy feel after moderate activity, and a quicker return to comfort between effort and rest. Spinach is also naturally rich in nitrates, which gently encourage blood vessels to open up and circulation to improve. For older adults, better circulation means more oxygen reaching working muscles and a steadier supply of nutrients where they're needed most. In daily life, that often translates to a cleaner, longer-lasting energy, more steps without the leg burn, more time on your feet without the urge to sit down. Instead of peaking and crashing, your energy feels like a dependable current that carries you through the day's tasks. There's a digestive angle here too. Spinach's fiber supports a healthier gut environment, and a healthy gut is where nutrient absorption really shines. When digestion is calm and efficient, the protein from your eggs, fish, beans, or other foods becomes more available to your body. It's the difference between eating for the numbers and actually feeling the benefit, strength that shows up when you climb stairs, endurance that sticks with you through a long afternoon, and a softness in your recovery that lets you do it all again tomorrow. If you're sensitive to textures, spinach offers an easy win. It cooks down quickly and blends seamlessly. Wilt it into eggs for breakfast, stir it into soups so it softens into the broth, or fold it into a quick saute with garlic. You get the mineral support and circulation boost without a lot of fuss, and the flavor plays nicely with almost anything you enjoy. Within those vibrant green leaves lie the powerful compounds lutein and zeaxanthin, naturally occurring pigments that speak to spinach's richness. Their presence rounds out spinach's profile and reinforces a pattern you've likely noticed across these foods: not one single nutrient, but a team working together. Protein to supply building blocks, minerals to coordinate contractions, compounds that calm the internal noise of inflammation and support steady circulation, fiber to keep digestion smooth and make every bite count. Stepping back, a clear message emerges from broccoli, kale, and spinach. Strength after 60 and well beyond doesn't come from chasing trendy powders or counting grams alone. It comes from creating a supportive internal environment where the protein you eat is absorbed, inflammation is tempered, blood flow is steady, and communication between nerves and muscles stays crisp. These everyday vegetables fit beautifully into that plan. They aren't flashy or rare. They're practical, comforting, and versatile enough to show up several times a week without tiring your palate. As we turn the page, we'll keep building on this foundation, moving from leafy greens to the next items on our list that continue this same theme of smart, supportive nutrition. Stay with me, I'm Dr. Nana, and we'll carry this momentum forward to the next foods that help you stay strong, steady, and energized. Before we roll forward, a quick thread back to the last page. We ended with spinach's vision-protecting pigments lutein and zeaxanthin and how they quietly support your muscles too. Now let's bring those benefits to life, then step into two protein-rich plant heroes that keep your strength steady day after day. Spinach is more than a good for your eyes green. Those same pigments that protect vision also help calm inflammation throughout the body. In everyday terms, that means less of the hidden, low-grade wear and tear that can sap strength over time and more resilience in your muscles with each passing day. It's why many people call spinach a foundational green. It may not shout for attention, but it lifts the quality of almost everything you eat alongside it. In the kitchen, spinach is wonderfully cooperative. Fold a handful into your scrambled eggs for a soft, savory lift. Blend it into a hearty soup, or give it a gentle saute with garlic and olive oil for a clean burst of flavor. It disappears into the dish, yet it keeps working for you quietly, consistently, so your body gets the steady support it needs. And because spinach is easy on the stomach, it's a smart choice for seniors who deal with sensitive digestion or smaller appetites. You get a lot of payoff without a lot of bulk. Here's a simple, powerful tip. Pair spinach with foods rich in vitamin C. Think tomatoes, oranges, or a squeeze of lemon. That pairing helps your body absorb iron more effectively, which supports the production of healthy red blood cells. Better red blood cell function means more reliable oxygen delivery and a steadier kind of energy that doesn't fizzle a few hours after breakfast. Spinach may not hog the spotlight, but it delivers a quiet, unwavering strength that adds up across the week. In that sense, spinach becomes exactly what your muscles need as time goes on, a steady companion that keeps recovery smoother, movement easier, and day-to-day energy more predictable. Number 3. Mushrooms are an underestimated muscle ally. When cooked, most varieties provide about 3 to 5 grams of protein per 100 grams. Here's the pleasant surprise: cooking reduces water content, concentrating the protein you actually eat. That's why a single cup of sautéed mushrooms can deliver more usable protein than you'd expect from such a light, savory dish. But mushrooms contribute more than protein grams. They're loaded with B vitamins, especially riboflavin and niacin, that help your cells convert food into the kind of steady energy you can feel. For anyone who hates that mid-afternoon crash, these nutrients are the quiet crew behind the scenes, keeping your engine running smoothly. Mushrooms are also among the best plant-based sources of selenium, a key mineral that supports immunity and protects muscles and joints by dialing down oxidative stress. Where mushrooms truly shine is in their unique compounds, including ergothioneine and beta-glucans. Think of these as cellular guardians. They help soothe persistent, low-grade inflammation, the silent culprit behind so much of what older adults feel, the slower recovery, the nagging joint discomfort, and that dragging heaviness in the legs after just a bit of activity. When that background hum of inflammation is turned down, muscles and joints respond more cooperatively, movement feels smoother, strength feels more accessible, and everyday tasks demand less of you. Clinical research lines up with what many people notice anecdotally. Eating mushrooms can support faster recovery, bolster antioxidant defenses, and contribute to brain health benefits that matter when coordination and balance are just as important as raw power. Consider how often you react to small slips, change direction in the kitchen, or pivot to sit down. Those are balance moments as much as strength moments. Mushrooms help on both fronts. They're easy to weave into your routine too. Saute them with garlic for a side that pairs with almost anything. Add them to soups and omelets to deepen flavor and texture. Roast with herbs until the edges turn golden and the aroma fills the kitchen. If you're looking to raise protein intake without leaning solely on animal products, mushrooms are a quick, satisfying, and versatile way to do it. No complicated recipes required. Number 2. Green pea. Scoop up a cup of cooked green peas and you'll get close to 8 grams of plant-based protein, an impressive return from such a small, familiar food. But the story gets even better when you look at the kind of amino acids peas provide. They're rich in branched-chain amino acids, with leucine as the standout. Why does that matter? Leucine is the spark that flips on muscle protein synthesis, the process your body uses to repair and build muscle fibers after daily use. This becomes especially important as we age. Over time, the body can grow less responsive to the usual protein signals, a phenomenon often described as a muted response to the same protein dose that once worked perfectly. Peas deliver a distinct, robust boost that helps get that signal through. In plain terms, they make it easier for your muscles to hear the message: rebuild, recover, strengthen. And the advantages don't stop there. Green peas are a great source of fiber, which helps keep blood sugar steadier across the day. When your blood sugar doesn't spike and crash, your energy stays more even, your mood steadies, and your muscles get a more dependable stream of fuel. Fiber also nourishes your gut, encouraging a healthier digestive environment, so the nutrients you eat from protein to vitamins are absorbed and put to work. That's the kind of behind-the-scenes support that shows up when you take a longer walk than usual or stand for a while without that heavy, leaden feel in your legs. Peas are also wonderfully adaptable. Stir them into brown rice or quinoa for a fast, satisfying bowl. Fold them into a simple vegetable. Saute. Puree into a bright, comforting soup. Toss into pasta with a drizzle of olive oil and garlic. Because peas are mild and sweet, they bring protein and fiber to the plate without overpowering your favorite flavors. It's an easy way to make a weeknight dinner do more for your muscles. Step back and a clear pattern emerges across these foods: spinach, mushrooms, and peas. Each one supports strength from a different angle, calming inflammation, steadying energy, signaling muscle repair, and making the protein you already eat work harder for you. None of them is flashy. All of them are practical, affordable, and ready to show up in your meals multiple times a week without wearing out their welcome. So where are we headed next? We've climbed to the number 2 spot with a familiar pantry staple that punches far above its weight. On the next page, we'll get even closer to the top, showing you how peas can anchor muscle-friendly meals and unveiling the final item that can stand in for eggs and even outshine them in some ways. Stay with me, I'm Dr. Nana, and let's keep building real strength, one simple plate at a time. Before we crown the final pick, let's tie a quick thread back to peas. We've seen how a steady gut and smart nutrients turn everyday protein into real strength you can feel. Now let's finish the story, unlock the top spot, and wrap this journey with a clear plan you can start today. Peas are more than a side dish, they're a quiet efficiency engine. When your gut is functioning well, nutrient absorption improves, meaning the protein you eat is actually put to work instead of slipping through unused. That's the difference between eating for numbers and eating for outcomes. With better absorption, your body turns protein into the raw materials for repair and maintenance, so nothing goes to waste. Peas help on multiple fronts. Their natural fiber keeps digestion steady and supports a healthy microbiome. Their gentle profile is easy on the stomach, and their key nutrients vitamin K and folate reinforce circulation and bone health while taking some pressure off the background inflammation that can fray joints and connective tissues. What does that feel like day to day? Less stiffness when you stand, more fluid steps when you walk, and a quiet boost of confidence each time you move from the couch to the kitchen or up a flight of stairs. Peas make it simple to get there. No fancy products, no complicated prep. Stir them into soups for a sweet, tender lift. Toss them into stir-fries so they pick up the garlic and herbs. Whip them with olive oil, lemon, and a pinch of salt for a 5-minute puree that turns ordinary chicken or fish into something that truly satisfies. The beauty of peas is their friendliness. They play well with whatever you're already cooking. They deliver a meaningful hit of protein, and they do it without weighing you down. And yes, the simplicity is backed by evidence. Research following older adults who consistently included legumes like peas found a clear trend: better maintenance of muscle mass without added calories or changes in activity level. That's exactly the kind of sensible, sustainable approach most of us need. A small, repeatable choice that keeps paying dividends with time. Now, with the stage set and the internal machinery running smoothly, we've arrived at the #1 plant protein on our list, an old friend in parts of the world, and a new ally for many viewers here. Number 1. Moringa. Across Asia and Africa, moringa has been cherished for centuries not only as food, but as a practical, everyday support for energy, digestion, and resilience. Today, it's recognized for what traditional kitchens knew by feel. Moringa is a powerhouse. Fresh leaves deliver nearly 9 grams of protein per 100 grams, placing it among the strongest protein contributors in the vegetable kingdom. That's significantly more than spinach and most leafy greens. But the real headline is this: moringa offers a complete protein profile. It includes all 9 essential amino acids, those building blocks your body can't make on its own, featuring leucine, the key amino acid that helps trigger muscle protein synthesis, the repair and regrow process your muscles rely on after daily use. Why is that so important for older adults? As we age, our muscles can become less responsive to usual protein signals. The same amount of protein that once clicked may not deliver the same punch today. Moringa's complete profile, rich in leucine, helps turn up that signal so your muscle-building machinery hears it clearly. In simple terms, moringa helps your body act on the protein you eat, not just count it. And moringa brings more than protein. It arrives with a supportive entourage of nutrients tailored to common needs as the years pass. Iron helps bring back a brighter sense of energy by supporting healthy red blood cell function. Calcium keeps the scaffolding of your body, your bones, reliable and ready. A broad array of antioxidants helps cool the steady, low-grade inflammation that can quietly chip away at muscle and joint comfort. Instead of one note, moringa plays a full chord: protein to rebuild, minerals to stabilize, antioxidants to protect.